Good morning, students. So today we have to study about vitamins and minerals. So let's start with this topic. So vitamins, the name of the vitamins or the credit for the discovery of vitamins goes to Sir John Hopkins, who first of all discovered vitamins, and at that time he was not aware of the actual chemical nature of different vitamins, so he used the English alphabets for the denotion of vitamins. So capital A, B, C, D, E and K. So there are different types of vitamins. The vitamins are broadly classified into two categories on the basis of their solubility, and one category is the water soluble vitamin and the other category is the fat soluble vitamin. So fat soluble vitamin is vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E and vitamin K, whereas vitamin B and vitamin C is the water soluble vitamin. So the vitamins which gets dissolved in fat is known as fat soluble vitamin. Examples are vitamin A, D, E and K, whereas the vitamins which gets dissolved in water is known as water soluble vitamin, that is vitamin B and C. Now vitamins, in detail we have to see different types of vitamins. So vitamin A, the chemical name is retinol or retinol or retinoic acid or beta carotene. The function of vitamin A is to help in vision. It provides immunity as well as in reproduction and growth. The deficiency of vitamin A causes night blindness, infections and stunted growth. In extreme condition, it may cause bone fractures, liver damage and birth defects. The source of vitamin A is the all yellow fruits and vegetables. Okay, so fortified milk, eggs, liver, dark green leafy and yellow orange vegetables. Then the another vitamin A is vitamin D, which is also known as cholecalciferol or simply for your standard calciferol. The function of vitamin D is to help in bone growth and maintenance and absorption of calcium from the blood supply. The deficiency of vitamin D will cause rickets or osteomalacia. Toxic effect will be calcium imbalance. The sources of vitamin D is sunlight. So in sunlight, in the presence of sunlight, the UV radiation of the sunlight will convert the cholesterol of the body into vitamin D. Then in seeds, nuts, nut oils, seeds and nuts, wheat grain and whole grains. Then another vitamin is vitamin E, also known as tocopherol. Sometimes it is also known as beauty vitamin. The function of vitamin E is to act as antioxidant, so that is why it reduces the signs of aging. Then it protects cell membrane. Deficiency of vitamin E will cause red blood cells breakage and nerve damage, and the toxic effect will be that it will interfere with the blood clotting drugs. The sources of vitamin E is vegetables, oils, seeds, nuts, etc. Then another vitamin E is vitamin K, whose chemical name is phylloquinone. The function of vitamin K is to help in blood clotting and bone health, maintenance of the bone health. Deficiency effect will be hemorrhage. Toxic effect is not reported, and the sources are dark leafy green, cabbage family vegetables and liver. Then another vitamin is vitamin B1, which is also known as thiamine. The function of vitamin B1 is to help in energy metabolism. Deficiency of vitamin B1 will cause beriberi disease, neurological disorder and other problems. And the sources are whole and enriched grain products, and leafy green vegetables and pork. Then another is vitamin B2, which is also known as riboflavin, or the chemical name of vitamin B2 is riboflavin. Its function is in energy metabolism. Deficiency of vitamin B2 causes inflammation of the mouth and skin. Okay, and same food sources will be there. Then vitamin B3, niacin. The chemical name of vitamin B3 is niacin, and the toxic effect or the deficiency disease caused by it is pellagra, and toxic effect will be niacin plus, liver damage, impaired glucose tolerance. Then B5, chemical name of B5 is pantothenic acid. Deficiency effect is extremely rare, and toxic effect is mild intestinal distress. Toxic effect will be there when there will be the extreme deficiency, and in the starting there will be deficiency effect. Then vitamin B6, which is also known as, or the chemical name of vitamin B6 is pyridoxine, and the deficiency effect will be scaly, dermatitis and anemia, and the toxic effect will be nerve disorders or nerve degeneration. Then vitamin B9, B7 you don't have to do for your syllabus. B9, very commonly it is known as folic acid, helps to make DNA for new cells and activates B12. The deficiency effect will be anemia and the birth defects. Masked B12 deficiency. Then B12 is also known as cobalamin, or the chemical name of B12 is cobalamin. The similar functions like B12, and disease also similar to B9, and toxic effect is not reported. Then the last is vitamin C, and the chemical name of vitamin C is ascorbic acid. It is also antioxidant, functions as antioxidant, then synthesis of collagen and immune functions. Deficiency of vitamin C will cause scurvy. Toxic effect is not required for your study, and it is found in green citrus fruits and vegetables. Whatever is the juicy fruits, that is citrus, sour in taste. Then we have to see about the minerals. Minerals are classified into two categories on the basis of the requirement, that is macronutrients and micronutrients. So what is macro and micro? The minerals which are required in large quantity is known as macronutrients, and the minerals which is required in small quantity is known as micronutrients. So macronutrients are calcium, sodium, potassium, phosphorus. Okay, so calcium is macronutrient, phosphorus is macronutrient, whereas iron is micronutrient, cobalt is micronutrient. So we have to see about these. Okay, so calcium, the function of calcium is to help in building bone, teeth, blood clotting, assist nerves, muscle and heart to function. The sources of calcium is milk, cheese, yogurt, buttermilk and tofu. Phosphorus, the function of phosphorus is to build teeth and helps body to get energy from food. The sources are milk, meat. Okay, iron it is helping in the formation of red blood cells, because the red colored pigment, that is hemoglobin, the central atom of hemoglobin is made up of iron. So it also helps body to get energy from food. These are the sources like liver, organ meats, egg yolk, poultry, oysters, whole grain. Then sodium controls water balance of the body, regulates nerve impulses, and muscle, it helps in muscle contraction. These are the food sources of sodium. Then potassium, it helps in water balance, regulates nerve impulse and muscle contraction and heart rhythm. Fruits, vegetables, fish, poultry, milk, all these are the sources for potassium. Iodine regulates energy, and the sources are seafood and iodized salt. The deficiency of iodine causes a disease, that is goiter. The deficiency of potassium will result into muscle cramps. The deficiency of sodium will result into muscle cramps and nerve impulses do not get transmitted properly. The deficiency of phosphorus causes soft bones because calcium phosphate and magnesium phosphate is found in the matrix of the bone cells. So, deficiency of phosphorus will result into soft bones. Then deficiency of calcium will cause rickets. Now come to magnesium. So deficiency of calcium causes rickets. Deficiency of phosphorus causes soft bones. Deficiency of iron causes anemia. Deficiency of sodium causes nerve impulse not to get transmitted properly. Deficiency of potassium causes nerve impulse do not get properly. Deficiency of iodine causes goiter. Then next is magnesium. Magnesium is helping in the part of teeth, bones like calcium and magnesium phosphate. So, and as well as to use carbohydrates, and it is present in these types of foods like green leafy vegetables, milk, meat, beans. Deficiency of magnesium will again cause soft bones. And next is copper. Copper is found in body cells, aids digestion and absorption, helps in lubrication of the joints, and deficiency of copper will cause loss of body weight and anemia. Now, what is the role of water in nutrition? Water helps in as we know, first of all, that our body is made up of cells. Cells is made up of protoplasm, and 90 to 92% of the protoplasm is made up of water. So we cannot imagine our life without water. So if there is no water, there will be no protoplasm. If there will be no protoplasm, there will be no cell. And if there will be no cell, there will be no life, because each and every living organism is made up of cells. So here are important functions of water in our body. Water regulates the body temperature. Water helps in lubrication of the joints. Water lessens the burden on the kidneys and helps the liver for flushing out the waste product like urea. Then water acts as a universal solvent. So most of the nutrients and oxygen get dissolved in the plasma part of the blood, that is composed of again 90 to 92% of water. So this plasma part of the blood will carry the nutrients, enzymes and hormones, whatever is water soluble, from one part of the body to the other part of the body. Whereas the RBC present in the blood will carry the oxygen and carbon dioxide. Then water also helps to dissolve the minerals and other nutrients, and these minerals and other nutrients will be transported to different parts of the body, being dissolved in water part of the plasma of the blood. Water also helps to prevent constipation. Then water protects the body organs and tissues. Water moistens the tissues such as those in mouth, eyes and nose. So this is how the chapter is completed. Your homework is to go through the chapter and the tables which are given in your book. Please go through it and watch this video. This is all for today. Thank you everyone.